Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a REST API using API Gateway and AWS Lambda. So we'll try to integrate API Gateway with AWS Lambda and try to build a simple REST API. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. Okay. The first, see, the flow is like if you have your mobile app or website and you want to, you will send a request API request to this API Gateway, and this API Gateway which will receive the request in the backend, it will trigger this Lambda, and it will get back some response from Lambda, and it will forward the same response to your mobile app or website. Okay. So in this video, we are not going to concentrate on this part. Like, we will build a simple API and invoke that API through our browser and see if we get back the correct response. So in the first step, we will write a code in our Lambda function to handle the request, to receive the request from API gateway and to send back the response that we want. Okay. In the second step, we will build a get REST API in the API gateway, and then we will invoke that API in our browser to see if we get back the correct response. Yeah. So let me go to my AWS Lambda console and write the code for handling the request. Okay, I'm in my Lambda console. Click on create function here. Okay, I'm gonna author this function from scratch. So I'll select this option. In the function, I'll just put something like API response Lambda. Okay, so I'm gonna code it in Python. So I'll select Python 3.8 here. So for the permissions, basically you can choose basic. So when you select this option, it will automatically create the basic. It will automatically create an IAM role with basic Lambda permissions. So that is good enough for our use case, because like we are not gonna need any more permissions. We'll just try to send some hard-coded response back to the API. So yeah, this should be fine for our demo. So I'll click on create function. Okay, once the function is created, we'll go to the function code and add our code here. Okay, so basically we need to add code to read the request from the API gateway, and then construct some response and send it back to as an HTTPS response. Okay, so I have already written my code for this requirement. So basically the first step is this query string parameters. These will be we will be getting from the API whenever the request is made. Okay, so we will that will be passed directly to the event parameter of the Lambda function. So when we integrate API gateway with Lambda, so whatever request parameters are there, that will be by default passed to this event when we integrate with Lambda. I'll show you that when we create API. Okay, so I'm getting like two variables from the request, first name and last name. Okay, so this is my response that I'm constructing here. So basically you can have anything that you need. So like your application demands. Okay, so here I'm just sending some hard coded response. Okay, so my message of my response will be like, hello, these are the details for so and so name, and I'll tell that person's profession is cricket and age is 40. So basically here you can have your any application logic that you have for your application. So I'm just going to send some hard coded response here, and then I'm going to construct the HTTP response that I'm going to send back to API. So this response object is the HTTP response. Okay, the status code I'm going to set it to 200. In the headers content type I'm going to set it to JSON. Okay, so this will be in the JSON format, and in the body I'm going to use like json.dumps of this application app response that I have constructed here. So basically this is the HTTP response that we will be returning to the API. Okay, so this is very simple Lambda code, and you can have your application code here whatever your application demands. Okay, I'm just going to take this and paste it in my Lambda. Okay, yeah, so now let's save this Lambda. Okay, once this is done, let's go to API Gateway console and create an API there. Okay, this is my API Gateway console. So I want to build a REST API. I'll select this option, click on build here. So this is the console. Click on OK and select REST here, and I will click on new API. You can name anything. I'll just click example API. Okay, so endpoint type is this basically for network connectivity reasons. I will just leave it as default here. and click on create API. Okay, so once that is created, this is how it looks. Here, click on actions here and click on create resource. Okay, okay, this you can click on, like, my resource, whatever name you want to give my resource, and leave the defaults as it is and click on create resource here. So now my resource is created. After the resource is created, click on actions here and click on create method. So as I told you in the beginning, I am going to create a get method. Okay, and select this. Okay, so once this is done, you will get something like this. So here integration type is my Lambda function. Okay, I'm going to select Lambda function. So here in the use Lambda proxy integration, I'm going to check this because this will enable me to pass the parameters that I will use in my URL to the Lambda event parameter. So there in the Lambda function, we are passing those parameters as first name and last name, like I showed you in the code. So it's very important to click this here. Okay, and my Lambda function name, I'll click on here. Okay, so this is the Lambda we had created, and click on save. So here it says that you are about to give permission for this API gateway to invoke your Lambda function. Yeah, so I'm fine with it. Click on OK. So once that's done, you will see something like this. So basically this is your client, okay, wherever you are sending your request from. I'll for this demo, I'll use my browser as a client. Okay, so the client will send the request. So your request will be sent using Lambda proxy to the Lambda function. Here if you see, this is my API response Lambda. So this Lambda function will then send the response back. The HTTP response will, in the JSON format, will be then sent back to the client. So this is the flow of how it works. So yeah, once this is done, click on actions here and click on deploy API. So deployment stage, I'll select something like new stage. I'll put it as name it as dev. Okay, and click on deploy here. So now my API is deployed. Okay, let's say changes. So here if you see, if you want to get the invoke URL here, click on this stage dev and click on this get method that we created. Okay, so this is the URL that I will use to invoke. I'll copy this URL and use this to invoke my API through the browser. In the browser, I will open a new tab and paste that URL, and here I will pass the parameters like first name is equal to Sachin, and last name is equal to Tendulkar. So if everything goes fine, I should get back the JSON response from my API. Okay, so we'll click on enter here. Yeah, so if you see, we got back the message like, so hello, these are the details for first name and last name. The first name we passed is Sachin, and the last name we passed is Tendulkar, and profession is cricket, and age is 40. So if we go back to the Lambda, so this is what we had written the code here. Okay, so these are the first name and last name. So these names it read from the event variable that it got from the API. So in the query string parameters, we will have these variables whatever we passed in the URL. Yeah, so this is the response that we got back. Yeah, so this is a very simple API, simple tutorial on how to build a REST API. So you can build like more complex based on your applications. Like, if you get the phone number, you can generate a random number and send it back as an OTP to the client. Or if you have some details stored for this, like say for this first name and last name in your DynamoDB table or somewhere, you can send back those details to the client when it requests. Yeah. So hope you understood how to build a REST API using API Gateway and AWS Lambda. Please subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.